Hello, good evening, God bless you. If you're in the house, you know what to do. Drop a comment, let me know you're here. If you're here for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Denzel Rodriguez, your personal finance geek of the 21st century. On this YouTube channel, we cover velocity banking, infinite banking, and kingdom authority. These are my main pillars. My whole mission and vision in life is to restore kingdom authority in your household. Particularly, I like to work with moms. My very first client was my own mother. Helped her get her finances in order, build personal credit, build a business, pay off debt, become completely debt-free, increase cash flow, manage money, restore kingdom authority into the household to live out your desires on planet Earth, secure the next life, secure an environment where you can live in abundance here, give in abundance, be a cheerful giver, and fulfill purpose in life. So that is the person that I love to work with, is the mom, the single mom, the divorced mom, the widowed mom, the mom that's transitioning from housewife to work life, the mom that's transitioning from the 9 to 5 to want to become a mompreneur and start a business and make an impact in this world and provide some sense into individuals that lost a lot of sense, you know what I'm saying? So that is the focus point. That is my mission, and I think I'm doing an okay job. Would love your feedback on that. Today's class is going to be a ton of fun. This is something that is not a whole lot of people are talking about this by any means. So I'm going to be presenting this to you in a very basic manner because I am also brand new. Although I've been studying it for a few years and practicing it for a few years, I still consider myself a newbie in the space, which we're going to be covering infinite banking and cryptocurrencies. All right, so I've been practicing the infinite banking concept for a little over 2.5 years, right? And with cryptocurrency, I've been practicing it for 6 months. So very, very new. I've researched it for a couple of months prior to stepping into it. And it's been a wonderful ride since. It's up and down, it's crazy, it's whatever. But I think the truth of the matter is that it is something that I can no longer ignore. It is an environment. Just looking at my age, I know at some point in time, this space is going to become a normal thing where transactioning business through paper currency is going to eventually go away. Just like making transaction with coins, your quarters, your dimes, your nickels, your pennies, right? When's the last time you carried a quarter in your pocket? When's the last time you used a dime, a nickel, a penny for anything? For me, it's been more than 3 years. I have not carried any coins for the last 3 years. Paper currency. For the last 2.5 years, I stopped carrying cash. It's just plastic at this point, right? So we are entering we're already there. Digital currency, we're already there. So I, as a 25-year-old, can no longer ignore this because I know that within at least a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, I'm still most likely going to be on planet Earth. So I better start educating myself now, whether I agree or disagree with the current environment. I have to say, you know what? This is beyond me. This is what the market says. This is what data is showing. So I need to step into it, need to be optimistic. I need to just get educated and learn along the way. I'm going to ask you guys for help. I know I have some crypto enthusiasts. I know I have crypto investors. I know I have people in my community that know about cryptocurrency a lot more than I do. So if you're in the house live, definitely want you to chime in. I want you to educate me. I want you to teach me. I want you to show me. I want you to correct me. Hey, Denzel, no, that's incorrect. Actually, it's like this. This way I can course correct and say, all right, let's do it. Let's have some fun. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my board. All right. And I will come back to the chat room and see what you guys are commenting. So I will have some space for that. So looking at the board here are my 4 major numbers. If you know who I am, that is how I start off almost every one of my videos. What are your 4 major numbers? I don't know how to operate financially without knowing these numbers like the back of my hand, okay? I mean, understanding where every single dollar goes is very key. When you're building, every dollar counts. And even when you've built and you're multiplying, every dollar counts. It's all about management. Whatever you don't manage in life, you lose. Or it becomes mismanaged and then it operates poorly. It doesn't perform at its highest potential. Okay? So here are my 4 major numbers stepping into 2021, making roughly 30+ thousand a month. Expenses are consistently 10,000 a month. Debt is 0. I'm completely debt-free, been debt-free since February of 2019. Haven't looked back. What I do is debt leveraging. It's a lot different. It's debt that pays me money. So I'm free from debt that holds me back. I'm free from debt that costs me interest. The only debt I accumulate is debt that pays me money or debt that doesn't cost any money. Does that make sense? Debt that pays me money or debt that doesn't cost me any money. That's the best kind of debt I like to own. And my last number is cash flow, roughly 20+ thousand a month. Obviously, if the income goes higher, the cash flow goes higher because I keep my expenses very consistent. Moving along, because we're focusing on infinite banking. If you're brand new, you're like, what the heck is infinite banking? This video is going to be a bit not as beneficial. So I'm going to go very brief over the basics of it. But I more so want to be a little more advanced because I'm talking about crypto and I am starting to attract audiences that have similar income to mine, higher. So I do want to accommodate to my debt-free crowd, my debt leveraging crowd, my business owners, entrepreneurs, people that are high income earners. I do want to accommodate to you. For those that are, say, hey, Denzel, take the 0 away. That's how much money I make. If you're making $3 grand, $2 grand, $4 grand, you're in debt, $250,000, $500,000, 600,000, cash flow's $500. You're just tripping. You need to go back. You need to go to the fundamentals. You need to get on my email newsletter. You click the link below. You join my email newsletter. You get into my Facebook community. Surround yourself with people, like-minded individuals that are looking to make a change in their lives, that are looking to go to the next level, right? And it'll benefit you to go back to my earlier videos on my YouTube channel and work your way up, especially if you're brand new. And like I said, these numbers, you're nowhere near this, right? You're average American, 55K a year and under, right? If that's you, in many cases, and if you're in a lot of debt and your cash flow is not high, infinite banking is probably not going to make sense right away, nor is crypto. It's not really going to benefit you. That's where we might want to look at debt snowball, velocity banking, personal financial management, the building blocks, okay? So I'm going to skip over that and focus on people right here. You're at this level. You're making good money. You're managing your numbers right. You got good cash flow. You're already practicing infinite banking. You got policy or policies in place, and you want to, enhance this thing a little bit more. All right. So I currently have one Mass Mutual life insurance policy where I'm funding $15,000 a year. I'm in my 2nd year. Okay. I'm in my 2nd year funding that policy. Guardian is my 2nd policy. I am funding $70,000 a year. I'm also in my second year. Okay. I'm approaching the third year in 2021. So come June of this year, it'll be my third year, which just simply means that I can dump in another 70K. And then with Mass Mutual, it'll be, I think, August or September is my anniversary date. I forget. But that is the scoop on those two policies. The infinite banking concept, to be clear, is a marketing term. It's not an actual product. It's a marketing term. It's a strategy. It's a concept. Okay? The actual product for infinite banking is either a whole life policy or an index universal life insurance policy. That is how it is currently being pitched in the marketplace today. So I kind of broke things down into 4 categories when looking at the infinite banking concept. Things that you have to make a decision on, things that you have to think on. And so instead of providing you with just one way to do this, I'm showing you all of the options that I know exist that are, say, legitimate, like people are doing it. Are they getting results? Are they happy? I don't know. I don't know all of that. I just look at the environment in my space to see who's saying what. So the first thing is split options, which just simply means how is your policy being designed, right? So split options is focusing on the design of the concept that you're looking to do. So again, marketing term, infinite banking, you've got cash flow banking, become your own banker, family banking, privatized banking, dynamic banking. There's a lot of different marketing terms to it. And you'll notice how certain people use certain words. It's part of how they build their brand, right? For example, if you know a guy, Garrett Gunderson, he'll always say cash flow banking, right? It's nice, it's hot, spicy, it's great. Me, you'll most likely hear me say infinite banking most of the time because I'm partnered with a organization, a YouTube channel called IBC Global, stands for, Infinite Banking Concept, and they use that terminology most of the time, and that's where I get my education from. If you're someone that learned about this concept from Nelson Nash, you're most likely going to say, become your own banker, because Nelson Nash always said that. Become your own banker. Wrote a book, become your own banker. So, marketing terms. Split options, design. Okay, well, depending on who I go with, everybody has their own little style. So I want to show you the current designs, the most popular ones that I've seen in the marketplace that hold legitimacy. So you have the 90-10 split, which simply means, if you look, we'll use my numbers for example. If I'm putting in $70,000 a year into this life insurance company called Guardian, and if I go with a 90-10 split, my cost of whole life insurance or IUL is going to be $7,000, right? Which is just covering the permanent life insurance expense. There are other expenses such as term, right? You have a term life insurance rider most likely on there. It's probably going to be a convertible or a annual renewable, one of the two, more than likely. Then you've got PUA fee, right? You got a PUA fee. That is in regard to the 90% that goes into what's called a PUA rider, right? And there's a fee for that. And then there's a sales load charge. There could be an annual fee. There could be other fees that, depending on the insurance company, you'll see it in your contract. You'll see a whole breakdown of fees with both of these types of products, whole life or index universal life. All right. So 90-10 is how my two policies are designed currently. And this is something that you have to choose, you have to pick before you start the product. And it's nice to be aware of what you picked. You don't want to be blindsided and say, oh shoot, my policy's a 50-50 split, and all of a sudden this young kid said I could do a 60-40, a 70-30, 80-20, or as far as a 90-10. My money could have been working better for me. What the heck? And then they go back to the agent, they complain, and it's unfortunate. So then you get the buyer's remorse. It's not fun. So for those who do not have a policy, this is a good outline, a template that you can present to an insurance agent. And you go over these 4 major options. 4 major numbers, 4 major options, right? We're keeping it nice and tight. So split options, 90-10. You can go up to 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40. These are the most common designs that I see in the marketplace. Now, what I'm about to add into here is an opinion. It's an opinion coming from the finance geek, Denzel Rodriguez, your host. Anything past a 50-50 split, in my book, is entering dangerous waters. Okay, that's uncharted territory. That's dangerous to my cash flow, in my personal opinion. Why is that, Denzel? Well, if you had 70 grand, just like I have 70 grand, right? And you want to start a life insurance policy, and somehow I managed to convince you that you should put 50% of your money, your capital, your principal, in expenses, which is the life insurance expense, that's the product, 50%, that's $35,000. So that means I start a policy day one, I throw 70 grand in, and immediately right off the top, 35,000 vanishes. I'm not going to see that cash for quite some time. It's going to be locked up, essentially, in that policy. It's going to take maybe 10 years or longer for my money to break even. Not ideal for me. Okay, this is a personal opinion. Some people might like that. For God knows whatever reason, I'm not sure. I don't know how to justify selling somebody an asset class where they give me 70 grand and 35,000 goes to cost of insurance. They're left with 35K, but remember, you also have potentially a term rider, the PUA fee, the sales load fee, the annual fee, and all these other fees that come with it. So in actuality, maybe take another, I don't know, 2,500 off the top in fees. So now maybe their net starting cash value is like 32.5, okay? But now to make matters worse, you only have access to what? Maybe up to 90% in cash. So in reality, that individual would only have access to about 29,000 available in cash to go do something with the money, not just let it sit in the policy and do nothing. So they only have 29 grand. So this is why when I'm talking to strangers, subscribers, clients, anyone I interact with, I'm like, look, I don't know how to make sense of it yet. Going past 60-40. I don't know how to make sense of that. 60-40, I think, is the most common, most popular design that I see in the marketplace. And I think that is due to the Godfather, Nelson Nash. That is how he designed his policies for his clients, and all of his students and agents that he trained, they, for the most part, practice that. That's what I've seen in the marketplace, right? So 60-40, I think, is like borderline. I would not go past that, right? So again, that simply means take my number, 70,000 times 40%. So that means $28,000 I lock up. I'm not going to see that cash for quite some time. That makes me a little uneasy, okay, personally. I don't have the liquidity, enough leverage for me to go do something with that money. So therefore, I don't practice the 60-40 split. Although it's very popular and it's, I would say, maybe reliable because it's so well practiced throughout the industry. A lot of insurance agents' YouTube channels that I see will do that. Not against it. I'm against anything past 60-40. That's what I'm against, right? I wouldn't practice it, wouldn't preach it, wouldn't promote it. So as you get further down the line, 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. Now, the cap, okay, the rules, you can't go past 90-10. You might, in some cases, depending on your age, health, and finances, could be a possibility. Not sure, okay? I don't know it all just yet. But according to life insurance company limitations and the Mech laws, which stands for Modified Endowment Contract, an insurance company will only allow you to overfund a life insurance policy 10 times your base premium. So if I wanted to do a 95-5 split, right? So like 70,000 times 95% is 66,500, and then my base premium is what? Is that 3,500? Let's see, 70,000 minus 66, and my base premium, yeah, is $3,500. I don't even think you could actually write that. Like, as an insurance agent, you have to go through a software provided by the Mass Mutual, Guardian, or whatever insurance company you're using. When you're working with your insurance agent, they're not just putting numbers together. There's a software. They plug in numbers into a system in terms of what the client asked them to do. Hey, I want to put in 50,000 for 10 years, or 70K for 25 years, or 15K for 30 years. And they put in the age and their health and all that. The software provided by the life insurance company will show, hey, this policy will become a mech if you do this, or it won't even allow you to present that illustration. So for the most part, you can't go past 90-10 for that reason, because the IRS says you have to purchase life insurance. That's the product options. This is the concept. The concept integrates with whatever product you're using, right? So the IRS says, hey, because life insurance is a tax-free asset to the beneficiary, we want to make sure that the policy owner is not abusing the tax advantages that comes with owning permanent life insurance, cash value life insurance. So they created a Mech Limit, modified endowment contract, to prevent policy holders, policy owners from abusing the product, right? So 90-10 split is right at that borderline, and you got to be careful, right? Because no matter what design you go with, whether it's a 90-10, an 80-20, 70-30, 60-40, and yes, even a 50-50, no matter how your split is, right? Because that's just the split. The design right here is important, which is referring to how your insurance agent priced your Mech Limit, your death benefit. If they designed it, any one of these splits right here, but they didn't provide enough mech space, right? If they didn't provide enough mech space, you're going to have an issue. You run the possibility of becoming a mech in the later years, okay? So that's split options, real quick on that. Product options, we already went over it, whole life and index universal life. There's a couple other names under index universal life, but I'm just keeping it simple. Those are the two most popular product options. Your funding options, you can either do self-financing or premium financing. Self-financing simply means the person comes with capital. They use cash flow, they use debt, they use savings, they use their their 401k. They use any pre-existing asset liquidity that they had in their pre-existing personal finances. That's self-financing. Premium financing says, I'm going to go to the bank, right? And I'm going to put up some of the money. I'm going to put up some of the money from my money to fund one of these cool designed policies. And I'm going to have the bank finance the rest to overfund my policy and juice it up with a lot of cash flow, a lot of tax-free compounded interest and all this stuff, right? And the bet is that you'll end up with more than the guy that self-finances, right? And that's a pretty interesting scenario there. I will tell you personally, I have not practiced premium financing. I have not practiced IUL yet, okay? I know some individuals that do practice this. Like, for example, IUL, there's a YouTube channel called Oregon Cashflow Pro. Okay, that's James Barber. Cool guy, like the way he operates. He talks about IUL and whole life. So if you're looking for an educational channel to break down between the two, I would hit him up. Premium financing, I only know one gentleman, but he's not on social media. So you know, you would have to like reach out to me and ask me, hey, do you know people that can do premium financing, and I can you know, provide a referral. But you'd have to reach out just because the gentleman that I know is not on social media. I don't see him posting things and whatnot. So that's funding options, product options, split options. The last thing is strategy. Why the heck are you doing infinite banking in the first place? Well, so far I've experienced and have practiced everything on the board here, which is why I'm writing it. Any other strategy, either I don't know about it yet or I haven't practiced it. So that's why it's not on the board. So the four major strategies that I use for the concept infinite banking is debt payoff, or in my case, debt leveraging, expenses, which simply means that instead of pulling from my wallet, instead of directly paying my bills from my checking and savings account, what I do is I send money to my own banking institution. That's hence the whole private banking lingo, right? I establish my own private bank. I borrow from it and I pay bills. I pay for expenses, money that's leaving my economy. No matter what I do, this money is going to leave my economy. This $10,000 a month, which comes out to $120,000 a year, which is roughly what I spend, and it definitely ends up being more because, you know, as a business owner, I need to make investments and you know, get write-offs and tax write-offs and, you know, take advantage, right, of the tax system to my benefit, right? I have to learn the tax game because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's a big old game. We're playing Monopoly, and whoever has the will to stay on the board and play Monopoly and go around, pass go, whoever has the will to stay in the game longer than everyone else wins, period. So this money that's leaving my economy, no matter what, I funnel it to my own private banking institution, then I self-finance my expenses. This way I don't lose those dollars. I try to recapture some of those dollars. So that's expenses. Investing is pretty obvious, which is just simply means, you know, you put money into a policy, you borrow it out, and you go make an investment, which we're going to be talking about. Crypto or real estate or a business, an investment into a company. You're going to be an angel investor, hard money lender. You're going to invest in stocks. So many different options. The last thing is savings, which is the most practical strategy for this concept. So one of the biggest strategies that I see in the marketplace when talking about infinite banking is it's simply an alternative to Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, right? It's an alternative to where you hold cash. It's an alternative to where you save cash. For those of you who have sinking funds, emergency funds, whatever cash envelope, cash under your mattress, cash in your shoebox, right? This is an alternative, which is a lot safer than under your mattress and in your shoebox, and a lot safer than Bank of America and Chase and Wells Fargo, where you're earning less than 0.001%, or maybe you are getting a percentage with online banking or 2 points. Well, with here, we can get roughly 4 to 6% gross with an internal rate of return of roughly 3 to 5%, which is not bad at all. So it's an alternative. And these are the strategies that I've been practicing so far. That's infinite banking in a nutshell. If you are an individual that is prepared, ready, got your numbers in line, you've done the research, you've studied, you're like, Denzel, I would love to do the 60-40, or I want to try in between here, 75-25, or I want to do what you do on the 90-10, or maybe I want to create some extra space with an 80-20. I want to be able to put in 70K now, but I want to be able to dump in an extra 20. So I want to set my base premium a little bit higher to support the ability for me to fund a policy longer, right? If you want to ask all those questions, you're ready to get that conversation, that dialogue going, if you look in the description under all my videos, you will see a link under, it'll say titles. The title will be Cash Value Life Insurance, right? Ready to start your life insurance asset. Click below. For full transparency, I am partnered with IBC Global. And they have a YouTube channel as well. They break down the infinite banking concept a lot better than I do. And the owner is Steve Parisi. Him and I are good friends. So that is it for the infinite banking side. Now, what I want to do is start jumping into the crypto space. And like I said, I want your help, right? I want you to give feedback if you know what you're talking about. If you're fully educated in this space, I want to share with you what I've done so far with crypto. I want to share with you what I've done so far and what I can improve on, all right? So with cryptocurrencies, the first thing I did first was establish accounts, okay? So I opened up a new bank account. And I'm going to also be very open and honest with you. It's been very difficult, this space of transparency and trying to get information. It's very hard. And a lot of it is it's not so unified. It's a lot of different projects going on. Nothing wrong with it because it's brand new. Or not really new. It's been around for plus a decade now, but it's still like, just what the heck does all this mean? So essentially, I started a new bank account. The reason for that was my current bank with my credit union does not believe in crypto transactions, so I can't send money directly to a crypto exchange from my bank account if I wanted to use like a debit card or a credit card. I also don't want to run too many transactions. Like essentially what happened was I'm a part of a credit union called Bright Star Credit Union down in South Florida. I've been banking with them for many years. And I started running transactions. So I want to correct myself. I'm able to run transactions. But the issue is I'm afraid to do big transactions because when I went to open a new bank account at that same credit union, I was going to separate it from my main bank account. I was like, all right, I'm going to open up this one checking account specifically for crypto trading, right? And I'm just going to send money to the exchange, and that'll be that. When I went to do that, the bank teller, the lady said, oh, we don't do crypto transactions. I looked at her with three heads. I was like, how? I'm buying crypto right now in my checking account. She was like, well, you're not allowed to do that. And so I was like, oh, shoot. All right. The last thing I would want is for my main bank account. This is very important. my main bank account has most of my cash, in it. That's where all my income comes from. I got one bank account. That's where all the income goes into. So God forbid, if my main bank account gets shut down for suspicious activity in the crypto transaction space, do you know how detrimental that'll be to my finances? I'm going to have so many late payments and bills that need to be paid, but the account is going to be under investigation. They're going to think, I'm a Colombian cartel, I am Colombian and Puerto Rican, so I don't know. Who knows what they might think? I don't want no problems. So I'm like, listen, how do I ensure that I can make crypto transactions, I can invest in the crypto space and do my thing and not have to worry about my bank account getting shut down or anything like that? So depending on what country you're in, I think crypto is a little more friendly in other countries than the US, based on what I'm seeing in the marketplace, right? And based on other YouTubers that I watched so far. So that's what I did, is I set up a different bank account at a different bank, right? And it has a smaller amount of money there so that my main bank doesn't get shut down for suspicious activity, money laundering or anything like that. Because for the most part, you got major banks and institutions that are doing business one way. Well, cryptocurrency challenges that way. So if you're a major institution, you don't exactly want crypto to do something without your say, your input, your control on it. And that's what crypto is all about. It's all about decentralization. It's all about borderless, right? No government control on a currency. No citizen suppression. No, like citizen control over your finances. What crypto does is allows the individual to think for themselves when it comes to how and where and with whom they transact money with, they transact business with. It allows the individual to think big, to think different, think alternatively, think collaboratively over competition and control. So it's a very, very interesting environment. In the meantime, I, as a kingdom citizen, I got to learn, okay, crypto's great, infinite banking, cool, build a business, 10x, wonderful. I have to keep operating and learn how to conduct myself and behave in the current environment that I'm in. I got to figure out how do I operate currently, so that as things move towards the direction that I'm investing in, then it becomes more lenient. I want to make sure I'm within my bounds, within parameters. So got a new bank account, separate from the main account, and it goes directly and buys crypto, okay? There are crypto exchanges. There's a bunch of them. I don't know them all. Please comment the one that you personally use right now. So I will tell you, as of right now, I think these are probably like really popular. So Coinbase is a popular crypto exchange platform that I'm currently buying cryptocurrencies on. The other one is crypto.com. Okay, these are the two crypto exchanges. Think of it like opening up a Fidelity account, a Schwab, what are the other ones? TD Ameritrade, right? And then you go invest in the what? The New York Stock Exchange, right? And you invest into different exchanges. So that's exactly what this is, what these exchanges are. And there's different ones. So please comment the different ones that you know, provide value into the chat room so that you can be of service and contribute. So those are the two main ones that I use right now, and I'll share my screen where I, kind of show you what I'm working with. Let's see. in addition to opening up accounts here, connecting my new bank account to those, I will say a little difficult. It's a little, confusing at first, but, eventually you'll get it. Just watch a YouTube video out there and they'll help you with it. The next thing is I have this thing called a Ledger Nano X. Is that what that is? Yep, Ledger Nano X. This is like a thumb drive, like a flash drive, but it's for cryptocurrency. It's a wallet. That's what this is. So I have this is what is it called? A cold storage? Or a wallet, but this is offline. So what this is, because crypto is invisible and I can't touch it, it's not a paper currency and it's not backed by any government. See, it's very hard. You're like, wait a minute, how do I value something I can't see, touch, smell, feel, weigh, and you're also telling me that it's not backed by any government? Wait a second. That's a right? It's a little tough. I'm lost for words, right? As I'm explaining this, you kind of get lost for words. So the other issue is because it's invisible, you can't see it, can't touch it, feel it, smell it, hold it, weigh it, throw it, right? You can't, I don't know, how do you value it? I'm lost for words. On top of that, you also have the problem of security, right? You have that problem, security. You're buying these cryptos on, God knows whatever website that is, Coinbase, Crypto.com, I don't know what this stuff is, and Kraken and Binance and all this stuff. I don't know what none of that is. But in order to increase security, I have to get one of these wallets. It's just like your regular wallet where you hold your credit cards and bank accounts and your driver's license and all that stuff, right? And I'm going to try and get my wallet, kind of show you the analogy here, right? So that's my wallet. That's Mont Blanc, all right? And I've got credit cards, right? And you got some cash in there and driver's license. Well, this is the equivalent to that, okay? This wallet holds these cryptos in a more secure place. Because when you buy crypto on Coinbase, Crypto, Kraken, Binance, these exchanges, right? What happens if, I don't know, they shut down tomorrow? What happens to all my crypto? Right? What happens? I don't know. What happens if somebody hacks my account and they steal all my crypto? What happens to my crypto? Is there a Federal Reserve that's going to recover my crypto? Is there a fraud department that I can call that's going to recover my crypto if somebody hacks me? Kind of like if somebody hacked my Capital One credit card, right? Or my Amex. If I get hacked, if somebody commits a fraudulent transaction on my Amex card, what do? I call Amex, right? And I say, hey, there's a fraudulent transaction. Because Amex is backing their reputation, right? And they want me to keep using Amex. What do? They credit me back whatever that transaction was, however much it was. They launch an investigation, they determine it was fraudulent, and they go through the process and they give me my money back. You're not going to get that type of treatment in this space. Not yet. Okay? But at the same point, even with all that risk, you have to have a optimistic mindset here to see, okay, well, how can I approach this in the most humane, ethical, secure way? And for me, having something like this, where it's offline from those platforms, provides that security. Only I have access to this, right? If somebody was to take this wallet, right, it's a lot harder to actually get into this wallet than it is to this wallet, right? So if I'm walking down the street, I'm on a bus, I'm on a train, I'm in a cab, I'm in a restaurant, and somebody pickpockets my wallet, they're gonna get $142. They'll have my driver's license. They'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different credit cards of mine, 6 credit cards actually, 6 credit cards that they can go on a shopping spree, right? But if somebody stole this out of my home, there's a PIN that they have to solve for, right? First they have to, they probably don't even know how to use it, right? So there's a PIN, it's an 8-digit PIN that they have to figure out. Where are they going to get that PIN from? I don't know. So where they get that PIN from is they either have to hold a gun to Denzel's forehead, and then maybe I'll give them the code. Who knows? Or they'll have to steal something else, which would be a notebook where I have my passwords, right? But to make matters even worse, they also need to steal my cell phone, because my cell phone is connected to this wallet. And even if you manage to get the code right, you still need my phone, which you still need Face ID to even unlock my phone, right? So if they shot me in the head, the Face ID, they're not going to be able to freaking scan me because I'm going to be all bloody. So it's not going to work. So you see how like secure that is? Are you seeing that? So even in the midst of all the chaos and volatility, notice how secure that is compared to this thing right here, this big old wallet that I carry in my back pocket. This is unsecure. The only reason why it's secure today is because you and I are familiar with this, holding a wallet. You're not familiar with this. You're not familiar with the online platforms and the exchanges. But I just broke down for you how dangerous, but then also at the same time, the potential of how secure this actually is, right? So you need an 8-digit code. You got to know the code. Then you have a cell phone that's attached to it because it's Bluetooth. Or if you plug it up to a laptop, you can only plug it up to your laptop. So you'd have to steal my laptop. If you didn't get my phone, you'd have to take my laptop. The laptop has a code, so you need to know that code. You see where I'm going? And even if you got into it all, there's even the whole Face ID problem. That would be the other thing that you have to get past. So it's so inconvenient for the thief to rob here. It's easier for him to rob this, right? So the real question is, how do I, as a kingdom citizen, understand this environment, get around people that can educate me, and slowly but surely move into a different environment where I can do secure transactions, have confidence in this space, and go from there. So, offline wallet, Ledger Nano X. You can look that up. You can buy one of them. It's really nice. The other thing is I also have a crypto credit card here. It's really a debit card. It's a charge card. So I can fund it with my US dollars, or I can fund it with cryptocurrency and then convert it back to my US dollars. And I go to any store that accepts Visa, which is everywhere, and I get cashback rewards, points, all that good stuff. And it helps me earn more money on cashback, and I earn not cashback, I earn crypto back rewards that I can then invest in the marketplace. Okay? So we went over the separation of your main bank account. So if I were you and you're going to step into this space, I would first open a brand new bank account. I would also look up on YouTube crypto-friendly bank accounts in the US. Crypto-friendly bank accounts. Let's just write that down. This is what I would look up. I don't know the answer yet. I'm still researching myself, but this is the thought that comes to my mind, is crypto-friendly banks. Okay, look that up. I'm sure there's a YouTuber out there that is giving some details, helping the individual that wants to buy cryptocurrency. You got to look up some crypto-friendly banks. I will tell you, more than likely, local credit unions. Local credit unions, yes. This, unfortunately, is not the best for my Velocity Banking clients that are with local smaller banks. For this particular case, if you're looking to step into the crypto, you're probably better off going with a bigger bank than you are with a local credit union. The reason why is the bigger bank can handle money laundering and things like that, whereas a smaller bank, their integrity might get harmed a little too much and can mess up some things. So it's too much of a risk for the local credit union to be accepting crypto transactions through their banks. So that's why they push people away from that. And you will get asked that question when you're opening a new bank account. You want to be transparent with whatever bank that you decide to go to. Let them know when you're sitting down, hey, I'm looking to open up a checking account, a business checking account. What's the business? I do X, Y, and Z, but I want to let you know that I invest in cryptocurrency. This is what I want to do. Is your bank friendly when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency or just buying cryptocurrency, right? And they might not give you the best answer because they might not know. So you want to be careful and not waste your time opening another bank account at like a smaller bank or credit union that, you know, your bank gets shut down or it gets flagged or frozen for whatever reason. So I know right now local credit unions not so friendly. I think Bank of America is good. I think Chase is good for cryptocurrency. I think Chime Bank, which is an online bank, is okay. What else? PNC Bank, that's the new bank that I opened up an account with, and I'm working on that right now in terms of setting up, connecting banks and doing that. So that's important to know. We went over the wallet offline. I've got a notebook where you carry your passwords. So I store the passwords offline too. I don't save my passwords on my computer. I keep the passwords offline, written in a book, right? It's a little more secure. Now, a channel where I get really, really good info from, her name is Crypto Casey. I think I spelled it right, Crypto Casey. I really like her YouTube channel. She breaks down really good how to get all this going, and then the platforms to use and things like that. So now, one thing I want to ask you guys, and then I'm going to turn to the audience questions here, and I'm going to look at everything. So I want to ask you guys if anyone has been having trouble, not just with bank accounts, but this big old word right here, man, fees. Okay, one thing that I'm having a little difficulty with is getting past the transaction fees when it comes to buying cryptocurrencies. I want to find out what platform, what crypto exchange charges like either the least in fees and it's reliable, or, you know, like fairly reasonable fees. Coinbase, I don't think it's that bad, but apparently I've heard that you could do better. Crypto.com, my biggest issue right now with Crypto.com is connecting my bank accounts to Crypto.com. I want to know if anyone had this issue yet. And this is where Crypto.com is where I got this card right here, right? My biggest issue is connecting my bank account, the checking and the routing. When I'm trying to transfer via ACH directly into the exchange, so I don't have to use my debit card or my credit card with my bank. Because when I use my credit card or my debit card, it's a 2.99 transaction fee. That's expensive to me. I don't want to pay fees just to buy something that I'm not fully aware of just yet. I want to go in, you know what I mean? Like, how do I reduce my costs? I want to ask you guys that question. That's been my difficulty right now, is that transaction fee, man. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know how to connect my freaking bank account to crypto.com. A little bit of an issue. And with Coinbase, I don't even know if you, I mean, I connect the bank account, the checking and the routing, but they charge a fee as well. I'm not sure what the fee is. It's probably not pretty, but I just noticed, you know, this fee stuff, man. Not big of a fan of it. And then when it comes to sending cryptocurrency from one location to another, there's a fee. So kind of learning about, you know, that and getting a little insight. And then the last thing is taxes. I want to know if anyone knows anyone that understands crypto and they're a CPA and they can help me with crypto taxes. Because I'm sure in the US, they've already figured out how to tax this asset. I'm sure. I don't know if there's a way to get around it. Pretty sure there is. I want to know the legitimate way, if there is, the legal way to get around it, to avoid getting taxed on this freaking thing. And then how to legitimately pay taxes and how to track it, because that's the tough part. The asset is so volatile with all the different coins that it's really, really difficult to like charge me a tax if, you know, today it's, I don't know, the asset's 10 grand, but then the thing jumps up to 30 and then I go to, I don't know, pull out. It's not like I'm pulling out one crypto. I'm pulling out 0.002579831 Bitcoin, you know? It's like really weird how I don't know how they price that back into US dollars on how you get taxes. So if anybody knows either a crypto tax software or a CPA that does crypto and they help their clients, you know, pay taxes and do things legitimately, that would be really helpful. Other than that, that's pretty much my intro to infinite banking and crypto. That's my intro so far, and understand that there are way better YouTubers that will explain this. I'm just being open and transparent and vulnerable here, letting you know, look, this is what I know so far. I don't know too much. I'm currently buying Bitcoin and Ethereum only, pretty much right now. I think those are the two most common, most popular cryptos is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've had huge returns on that. But yeah, that's about it. So let's look at some Q&A. Did you guys like this so far? Drop it in a comment. Let me know how you're feeling, if you're still with me. I'm going to roll back up to the top and work my way down. Prince says, I was rubbing my hands with glee when I got the notification about this video. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Chris says, looking forward to the breakdown. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. So I'm going to shout out some people here. We got Marcus. Hello, hello. You know, I got to address this. A lot of you guys call me Denzel. It's Denzel, like Denzel Washington, spelt the same way. I got to address it. I've been seeing too many people write D-A-N-Z-E-L. I don't know if it's a typo. If it's a typo, I accept your apology. But if it's not a typo, come on. Like we gotta work on that. It's Denzel, not Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Derek, how you doing? What a beautiful day to expand the kingdom. Yes, yes, yes. Robin, hello. Beverly, good evening. Aldrin, Rocco, hello, hello. Aaron, hello. Jason, how are you? God bless you. Lauren, God bless you. Derek. Let's see. Richard, how you doing? Frank, how's everything going? Prince says, if Visa isn't ignoring it anymore, it's probably a bit late already. I doubt it. I doubt it. Because institutional money, big corporation money, has not even penetrated it yet, right? This is still a no man's land. The rule book hasn't been totally written just yet. Think about it. Out of the 7+ billion people on planet Earth, to me, it's still super early to get in the crypto space. It's not even a matter, the mindset of let me get in and make a quick buck. If you're thinking on that mindset, you're going to lose because of the volatility. But if you come into the mindset of understanding that one day, this will not exist. If you go into the mindset of the crypto world, knowing that this will not exist one day, this is going to disappear, whether you like it or not. This, when the dollar goes, all the other currencies go with it. I promise you. It'll happen so fast, snap of your finger, and you wake up one day like, oh, okay, I got paid in Bitcoin. That's my paycheck, Bitcoin, you know? I'm telling you, that's it. If you go in with that mindset, then you're not late. Because you're going to say, look, it's going to be a way of life one day. Everybody's just going to have it because it's more valuable than this, right? This keeps going down in value. But cryptocurrencies keep going up. It's a safety. It's more than a store of value. It's going to be a way of how you transact business. That's insane. Cryptocurrency is challenging the very way you transact business. Okay? All business owners that have a merchant processing system, that box that you put your credit card in every store you go into, the business owner pays a transaction fee per transaction. The business owner, not the customer. That's a stupid expense. Cryptocurrency has a way to get rid of that because it takes away from having to verify with that one merchant processor. They're verifying transactions. That's their job. That's why they're charging the business owner to make sure that no fraudulent transactions take place. But what if you got rid of the merchant processor and you just installed a blockchain? You installed a software that can verify the transaction faster, more secure than the traditional way of doing things. And it was cheaper. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. So do not feel like this is late. By no means are you late. You're late when you get a paycheck in crypto. That's when it's too late. Until then, this is a no man's land. It's open, it's volatile, it's crazy, it's controversial. Hey, I'm seeing it as a major opportunity. Donna, how are you? Al, how you doing? Scott. Michael says hello, Kingdom family. Ever think of the Fire Academy? right now since the COVID-19 and all. I don't know what you're talking about. Be more specific. Andrew, how you doing? Let's see. Prince says thank you. Good night, everybody. Loving the information, every bit of it. Love it, Sharon. Awesome. Lyman Ortega. Infinite banking is a scam. Love it. I love the energy. Please provide me some details. You know, I want this to be very transparent, right? What I did was provide the options of what exists in the marketplace. Like, it exists. So very hard to call it a scam because, number one, there's a product. There's a big corporation behind it, right? Which is life insurance. So it's a bit tough to make that claim, but let's provide some insight here to help people out. So Lyman says the insurance company just resells you the fee you pay and then call it your interest or ROI. Awesome, awesome. Well, Lyman, you're going to have to help me out. Please provide some more detail. Help out my community. Understand this a little bit more so that they can make a conscious decision on how to move forward. Am I going to trust this 25-year-old Puerto Rican that thinks he knows what he knows? Am I going to really put my money into this? Like, what does he know? He doesn't know jack about jack. You know, he doesn't know how to, do his own laundry. Like, this guy hasn't been through anything yet, doesn't know jack. Like, whatever your perception is about me, don't let it confuse what the objective is here today, right? So I would just want to put that out there and be vulnerable and transparent. I let you know from the very beginning. Only been practicing it for a couple years. So far, great results. Can't complain, right? So it's testimony that I'm practicing it, right? So I haven't had that issue yet of I haven't felt like I've been scammed. But let's address it, right? So he says, the insurance company just resells you the fee you pay, and they call it your interest or ROI. So there is some validity. Is that the word? Mr. Ortega? He is right to a degree, but I want to provide a little more detail to what he is getting at, right? So I'm going to use this space over here. Guys, hopefully you guys were taking notes. So what Lyman Ortega is getting at is he's saying that the interest that you earn in a life insurance policy is simply the fee that the insurance company charges from the very beginning. That is a factual statement. He is not lying about that. So we have what's called a dividend, right, from the insurance company. A dividend in crypto space is a return on investment. A dividend on your Apple Tesla stock is a return on investment, ROI. It's cash paid to the investor, right? But a dividend in the insurance world is a return of premium. Understand? It's a return of premium, which literally means that the $70,000 that Denzel put into Guardian Life Insurance Company, $7,000 was paid to Guardian, right? Then Guardian takes this money along with my full $70K and they go invest it and they go put it to work and they go 10x that money. At the end of the year, Guardian declares a dividend, which then gets paid to the policy holder, which makes Guardian a mutual insurance company. The CEO, the owner gets paid, the employees get paid, they pay their expenses, profits go back to the owner, and who else? The policy holders, the policy owners. So a portion of this $7,000 will come back to me in the form of a dividend. So a dividend, a return of premium, it's also not guaranteed. The Guardian Life Insurance Company, they are not obligated to pay a dividend at all. So there could be a year where no dividend gets paid out. But there is a guarantee, right? The insurance company does provide a guaranteed interest rate return paid to the policyholder. And that will fluctuate from insurance company to insurance company, okay? So what Lyman was saying, it's totally true. Right here, that's what he meant for the most part, if I'm not mistaken. Dividend, return of premium. This is really good information to know if you are brand new to those words, infinite banking and cash value life insurance, whole life, index universal, right? That's very helpful. Thanks for contributing, Lyman. Appreciate it. And yep, looks like Marcus already commented earlier, so that's great. Forgive me, guys, because I'm going in order of the comments, so I know you guys are having a whole conversation while I'm, you know, giving my lesson and stuff. So I appreciate you guys, you know, talking and all that good stuff. So Lyman says, okay, well, that return is just the fee you gave them when purchasing the insurance, right? We went over that. I mean, the tax-free stuff is interesting, dynamic, but I don't know if it's worth it. It's a pretty scammy model. IMO. I'm not sure what IMO is. But, yeah, no, I appreciate the comment. Hopefully he keeps commenting, give us some more, whatchamacallit, give us some more detail. So Andrew chimed in, says, it's only scam because agents sell this over term when most just need term. But if they apply it in the way Denzel explains it, it's worth it. Yeah, so Lyman, the issue that you're going to run into is you start talking to guys like myself that are making multiple 6 figures per year, multiple 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. When you start making a lot of money, term insurance is not enough. We need guarantees, we need tax-free, and we start going into the issue of estate planning. Estate planning. There are huge tax implications when people die. So I need to have a trust. I need to have a will, because at 25 years old, if I'm already bringing in multiple 6 figures, what do you think I'm going to make in my 30s? What do you think I'm going to make in my 40s? What do you think I'm going to make in my 50s? What do you think I'm going to accumulate over a 60 to 70 year time frame? A substantial amount of wealth. Well, with a substantial amount of wealth comes a substantial amount of responsibility and accountability that I have to be aware of. So with the infinite banking concept, this provides me the ability to protect my assets while I'm living. And when I die, a tax-free payout will be sent to my heirs to cover all the real estate tax, all the business taxes, all the investment fees, everything. Tax-free injection into my kingdom to perpetuate my kingdom. See, what Infinite Bank Me allows me to do is to think 100+ years. Most people only think their lifetime till they're 59 and a half, till they're 65, till they're 70. That's how most people create financial plans, is they think till retirement. But in a kingdom, I have to think 100 years and up, because a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, not just myself. So this becomes a requirement life insurance. For me, Mr. Ortega, it becomes a requirement. Get what I'm saying? Lyman says, good luck to you all. Hope you all make money. Appreciate it, man. Adventure, looking at my own policy, the guaranteed value provides as the policy matures about a 2% to 3% IRR. Compare that to similar savings assets. It's very competitive. Yes, when you compare it to the proper assets. See, if we were to compare a whole life insurance policy up against your S&P, your index, it's a total blowout. The S&P will outperform whole life or the index or, hey, crypto or real estate. No doubt. No doubt. But if you compare it to a bond, a money market account, a checking and a savings account, a CD, it's very competitive, right? So that's a good conversation to have, right? Okay, the only thing I want to say is that just buying crypto is all you need to make mad gains. You will see if you start buying crypto now. Oh, totally agree. I've got a good amount of money for a 25-year-old in the crypto space, and I'm just getting started, only 6 months in, right? And I can share with you guys my accounts if you guys want to see that. Just let me know. Let's see. Crypto ecosystem will show you how pointless infinite banking is. Interesting comment. Appreciate that. Infinite banking is a tool, wealth capture system that's useful for managing debt on your own terms without the needed approval of a regular bank. I agree with that. You can also use it to invest in crypto. Yep. FOMO doesn't help anyone. Yep. Okay, blockchain will revolutionize many things in finance, but I don't see the current ones replacing the monetary system. Yeah, not right now, not at the moment. Correct. Look at this as a guaranteed base safety net when you invest in speculation. Yeah, so what I like, me personally, right? And let's keep dialoguing on this, okay? So what I really enjoy with this whole life insurance thing and the crypto space, being that the crypto is a lot of it is speculation, right? So here's the thing, and Lyman, this is how I use whole life insurance, the infinite banking concept. A lot of other insurance agents do not use it the way I do, or they're just not sharing it with the world. See, I want to agree with you, Lyman, on the fact, or Limon, I want to agree with you on the fact that the way this is being pitched, infinite banking is like a whole financial freedom, change your life, you know, everything's going to be all fine and dandy and all this stuff, and oh, it's tax-free and you get compounded wealth and blah, 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 blah. Like they hype it up too much than what it actually is. There's no need to hype it up. It's very simple, straightforward, right? So the way that I personally operate in this space for both the whole life and the crypto is I first evaluate my 4 major numbers. So if you tally up the numbers, do 30,000 times it by 12 months, right? Take my cash flow, times that by 12 months. What's 20K times 12 is 240,000, right? So 240,000 of free cash flow. What does a young 25-year-old do with 240,000 of free cash flow? Explain that to me. How do I operate that money effectively? How do I protect it and make sure that I don't lose those dollars in the marketplace? Tell me how I can use these dollars more than once with any other system, and I will gladly look at that. Okay, if you can show me how to take $1, the $1 itself, and use it multiple times, other than what I show you here today, I'm telling you, I am highly interested in that. So understanding that money has no value, I have to figure out how to take my dollars, and I got to figure out how to multiply it, not only multiply it, but use it multiple times. So what I do with the 240,000, I take 70,000 of it, so I'm left with 170K, And that'll get used for investing and reinvesting in myself and education, things like that, fulfilling my purpose. But 70,000 of that goes into an account, right? We'll call that the IBC account. I have a couple of options, right? This is money, 70 grand. This is important to know. This is money that's going to get spent somehow, some way. 70,000. There's only three things that I can do with money. I can either spend it, save it, or invest it. There's nothing else that you can do with money. You can only spend it, right? Give, that's spending, right? You give money away. You buy clothes, you pay bills, right? That's spending. You can save the money, right? You preserve it, you hold on to it, it grows in value so that you can what? Spend it later. Or you can invest it. And you have to know the difference between saving and investing. Saving must have no risk, right? Or very low risk. Saving is preservation. Saving is secure. When things go south, what do you have left to show for? That's what your savings dollars are doing. So, to be very clear with you guys, the 70,000 out of the total income that I make is money that's being saved. And it's money that's being spent. So my question to the crowd and everybody listening is, how can I effectively save and spend money? If you can show me a better way than what I'm doing, I'm very open to that. If you cannot, hey, I got to keep doing what works, what pays me money, what gives me more purchasing power. Understand? So that's the difference. I want to make that separation. Infinite banking, not an investment. Saving is not investing. Investing involves risk, higher returns. Saving, no risk, low returns, guaranteed, secure, safe, reliable, right? So I take my 70 grand, I dump it in the IBC account. I am going to get a 4 to 6% rate of return, regardless of whatever happens to the marketplace. These are the returns I'm likely going to get. These numbers will go down. It can go up. According to my current insurance policies, it will not go below 4. That is a gross rate. The internal rate is probably 2 to 3%. And over time, it builds to like 4, almost 5. All right? Very important to understand that. Now, Mr. Ortega, once that 70 grand goes in there, I have the ability to borrow money and get charged 0 interest, or what I call 0 cost of borrowing. So the first year when I put 70 grand in, I have roughly, in my first year, I had about 60,000 available to borrow from, day one. Okay? Now, what I do, Mr. Ortega, is I leverage 66% and I go do something with the money, right? So, Mr. Ortega, I take the 66%, which is roughly $40,000. I take out a loan, simple interest, $40,000. The interest rate that I'm going to get charged by the insurance company is between 5 and 6%. I just got done telling you it was 0. So now I got to explain myself, or else I just put my foot in my mouth and I don't make no sense, right? So 40K at 5 to 6% interest, the insurance company is charging me that. But then they're also crediting me. They're also crediting me 5 to 6% on the same dollars that I just borrowed. And I'm also receiving a rate of return on the rest of the money. The difference between 60 and 40 is 20,000. So my question to you is 60,000 at 4 to 6% versus 40,000 at 5 to 6%. Who makes more? The person with 60 grand. So my net borrowing cost is 0%. No matter how long I have this loan outstanding for, as long as I keep dumping 70 grand in each year, year over year, I'm going to net a higher rate of return or a zero cost of borrowing. Okay, it's very interesting. Now I'm gonna go a step further, Mr. Ortega. I'm gonna go a step further, all right? The next thing I do is once I've borrowed the 40K, right? Once the money is back into my personal checking account, I use credit cards to pay all my bills, right? And I get roughly 3% cash back, buddy. It's a lot of money. Over a year, I'm doing like $3,000 a year almost in cash back. In 2020, it was like $1,600 in cash back. Why? 2020 was a slow year. But in 2019, man, I was like $25,000, almost $3,000 in cash back rewards. That's money that was leaving my economy anyways, Mr. Ortega. It was going to leave my economy no matter what. Again, 70K is money that's being saved or it's money that's being spent. So 3% on that, right? And then I go a step further. If I choose to save my money in gold, silver, and cryptocurrency, my potential is only up. Because the money's being saved, I'm not touching it. So I'm earning even more money on the 40K. And so it becomes a little machine. Before I put the money directly into the crypto, I send it to my cash value bank, I borrow it out, I go put it to work. I let it earn. I let it sit and grow. And I just keep feeding the system. Now, guess what? On top of all of this, for every dollar that goes into cash value, I am getting about $3 in death benefit, my friend. So not only is my money working for me in the account, in the living benefit, but it's also working for me in the death benefit. See, unlike a term policy where it's consistent monthly payment for a consistent death benefit amount, with my whole life policy, the death benefit goes like this. And my cost goes like that. So my cost goes down over time, but my death benefit goes up over time. Did you know that I have roughly 4.8 million in death benefit? I'm only 25. It's the most effective money I could purchase and get the most and secure. And then I leverage that to go acquire real estate, gold, silver, crypto. I invest in my business. I bring value into the marketplace. This is insane. If you can provide me a better system than this, I am all ears, right? Because on top of all this, look, no tax. There's no tax inside the account, as long as it's designed properly with enough mech space, so I don't create a mech. But no tax and I stay ahead of inflation. That's an interesting strategy. We definitely have to talk about that, you know. Let's see. So I'm going to keep going down the same line here. Whatever comments you guys have, drop it in there. Let me know what's going on. Edgar says, you should have asked the branch manager, not the teller. Many banks actually invest in crypto. No, you're right. You're definitely right. But many banks are also against crypto in terms of their citizens using crypto. It means nothing to me, Edgar, if Bank of America invests in crypto. I don't give a damn if Bank of America is investing in crypto. Can I invest in crypto? That's the key formula. So I know the banks are already investing in crypto. They're going to be, maybe not as much as, definitely not to at scale for sure. They're definitely not at scale with it for sure, right? Or else we all would be transacting in crypto, all right? But until then, what some banks are just not accepting it. Like when I walk into a bank, they ask me the question, what is the checking account being used for? Is it being used for any investing cryptocurrency transactions? I say yes. They say you can't open a bank account with us. I'm sorry. What do I do? So I got to find crypto-friendly banks. That's the only point I was making. So, you know, that's it. Adam, Binance, we got Coinbase, Gemini. Never heard of Gemini. I've heard of Kraken. Appreciate that. We got BlockFi. Look at all these names. Everybody is naming the crypto exchanges, so I got to look into these. See, BlockFi is coming out with a crypto credit card to put expenses on and it uses Gemini in the background for trading. Very interesting. BlockFi pays interest. Cool. I know Coinbase and crypto does staking, where I can invest my cryptocurrencies and get a rate of return. I do like that. I like the Coinbase and the crypto just because it looks pretty user-friendly. But if you guys know of other, you know, really, really user-friendly, hey, let me know, reach out. I'm going to be definitely, you know, stepping into this space a little bit more because it's important. What stock are we buying? TMR. Don't know what you said there. Denzel, I'm ready to start infinite banking concept with 90-10 or I think you meant to say 80-20 splits. However, I'm currently stationed in Germany. How long does the process take to implement infinite banking? I would say roughly 2, almost 3 months. I am not sure if you need to be in the States to do your medical exam. I'm not educated on that. You'll definitely have to reach out to IBC Global, okay? And like I said, you can click the link in the description and you can get that question answered by them. But I want to say because of COVID environment, give it about 2 months. Could be longer, right? It could take longer. If you have health issues and your medical records aren't so clean, what the insurance company will do is they'll request medical records, and that's the underwriting process, and that can take forever sometimes. That can take a really long time because the doctors right now are like swamped with other paperwork, and you know, a life insurance policy or an insurance company requesting medical records is like on the bottom of their pile. We're not exactly priority in the COVID environment. Yeah, you can buy stock. I mean, you can buy crypto on Robinhood. Haven't tried it though. Yeah, do I have to fly to the U.S. in order to implement policy, or can do so while here in Germany? I'm pretty sure you got to be in whatchamacallit. This guy's in the Air Force. I'm pretty sure you have to be in the U.S. But like I said, reach out to IBC Global. They're really they're very helpful and educational in that whole entire process. Timbo, glad to catch a live show. Fee for transferring to my wallet. Yes. So coming back to crypto, this wallet right here, if let's say I want to buy 1 Ethereum, which is currently how much? Let's look it up. So go to Coinbase. See what we got here. Come on. All right, so 1 Ethereum cost $1,649.56. So if I want to buy 1 Ethereum, what do I have to do? First, I got to send money from my bank account to the crypto platform, which costs money. There's a Coinbase fee just to get the money on the platform. So that kind of sucks. But it is what it is, right? Then I buy the Ethereum, and then let's say I want to send it to the wallet so it can be secured, safe. It's off the internet. It's now in a device, offline, right? There is something called GUI, which is a fee. So, and it takes from your Ethereum. It's not a huge fee. It's like $3 or something like that. From what I've seen, like $3 or $1.50. The price goes up and down, right? But so basically you got a fee to get on the platform, then you have to take a fee to put it into your wallet. And then if you want to send it back to a platform to invest it, stake it, there's a fee every time you move it, right? So that's the thing I just got to get a little more clarity on. I'm not that educated on it yet, but I think that stuff like that would stop somebody from getting involved in it, right? Because you're like, Denzel, why on earth would you pay for that? And I'm like, look, dude, it's the future. That's why. That's it. That's like my only reason I can give. It's the future. It's challenging the very economic system we live in. And here's the thing. Whether you guys know it or not, you're being charged fees all day long based on how you currently live and operate, right? The average American pays over $250 a year in bank fees. Did you guys know this? The average American pays over $250 in bank fees per year. Those bank fees could have been used over here. Could have been avoided, right? Hey, you got to deal with inflation. You have to deal with the fact that your purchasing power decreases every single freaking day. So whatever that fee is, to me, it's nothing. It's a bit annoying because I'm just like, shoot, I don't understand it yet. But at the same point, I'm like, oh, wow, it's actually really cheap to get in right now. Can you imagine when the banks get in and all the major corporations and institutions get in and they control it? And then you're a slave all over again, right? Because you don't get your 4 major numbers in line, you don't get out of debt, so you remain in control by these other things. You never recaptured your kingdom authority, right? That's a big problem. Let's see. Exchanges sometimes have withdrawal fees, and then there is a common network transaction fee when transfer, although it is usually a very, very small percentage. Yes, I agree with you. I don't care because it doesn't matter to me because I'm getting in early, but still I have to get educated around the cost so I can have a good idea. There is no IBC local agent in Germany. No, there is not. There's only located in the U.S., right? So as far as I'm aware, when it comes to these policies and this type of design, you're only going to find that in the U.S. and Canada. Haven't heard it being practiced in other countries. Haven't heard it being practiced in other countries. So the point is, Chris, is you reach out. You get on the phone with an insurance agent and they walk you through the process. And they say, no, you have to come to the U.S. Yes, we can do it there. That's it, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to be a no. Let's see. Lock up the crypto in cold storage. Yep, that's what I'm doing. and trade portions of holdings on platforms. That is what I'm doing as well. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. You would need to be a U.S. resident with a driver's license and bank account in order for a policy here. Correct. Correct. James says, I'm so late, but yes, I have a cold storage wallet. Awesome. Awesome. Says he loves cryptocurrency. Yep. I'm beginning to love it, right? It's new to me. Crypto is a bearer asset and will never gain any protection against fraudulent, unauthorized, or unintentional transactions. Yep. That is the tough part. You know, if you send money to the wrong wallet, gone, right? There's no system to recover if you make a mistake. If you forget your PIN, if you forget the recovery password, oh my God, that's gonna suck, right? There was an article that came out of a dude that had a wallet, right? A cold storage wallet, had like millions and millions of Bitcoin or millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin on his wallet, but he threw it out because back then Bitcoin was $5 per Bitcoin or $10, whatever it was. It was 10 Bitcoins today. You're like a millionaire by accident, you know, like it's like, whoa, you know, you start investing, but it is what it is. So there's a lot of uncertainty. You got to get educated. I gave you the YouTube channel, Crypto Casey. Check her out. I'm telling you, the girl just really irons out every detail so you don't miss a thing. Arlie says, how to pick cryptocurrency without historical data on coin. Well, there's plenty of historical data, right? Bitcoin, when it first came out, was a couple dollars. Then it went up to a couple thousand. Then it was in the 10,000s. Then it was in the 15,000. And today, it's $30,000+. So again, you can't go into it with the mindset of get in, get out, make an investment, quick buck. You have to understand it's a replacement for how you transact business. So it's more than just a store of value. It's more than just an investment. It's more than just a savings plan. It's literally a replacement of how you one day you're going to buy a t-shirt in Bitcoin. One day you're going to pay your light bill in Bitcoin or in Ethereum. It's going to happen. And when it happens and you're not aware of it, you're already too late, right? That's going to suck. Paul says, can you put a link to the debit card? Sure. Let me work on that for you. So I'm just going to type it. It's crypto.com. I don't want to lose my spot here. Somebody just type in crypto.com again so you know everyone can see it's the exchange. Once you're on the platform, you can go in there and you can reserve a debit card. And just like the other guy was saying on another platform, they're also offering, you know, a card. So bought Dodge under a cent. Good vibes. Nice, nice. Says, thank you, Elon. Just heard of Dodge coin today. Good history. I bet Charles Schwab is good for both investing in crypto. I'm sure it is. Yellen will make crypto easier. Cool. Cool. Dogecoin is a meme crypto in the crypto space. LOL, it's not even on many credible exchanges. Low liquidity, stay away unless you want to get burned. Interesting. I can't speculate. I don't know enough. I don't own it. I just own the bit and the coin. The bitty coin. That's the one I'm on right now. It's older than Binance. Voyager is a pretty cheap platform for crypto. Thank you for that. That's another exchange that I know someone in the crypto space that actually works for IBM and is aware of some, you know, of that crypto space. And he was, you know, educating me on, you know, learning about Cardano, or ADA for short, is a good coin to acquire. And that Voyager was a good platform. So I'm going to look into that. No issues, in fact. have it connected to my credit union account. That's cool. I think you will have an issue if you do transactions like 25 grand, 50 grand. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about, again, I'm talking to people that are making a lot of money and they're looking to dump money in crypto. You're going to want to separate bank accounts when you do large transaction movements. So like I was saying earlier, with my current credit union, I do a couple $100, a couple $100, a couple $100. But the minute I start doing like 5 and 10 and 15K, there could be the possibility that they lock that account up for suspicious activity because it's being sent to an exchange that's not reputable in the banking world, so to speak, right? Because you have all these exchanges. Who's the most reputable one? There's like 47 different exchanges. Which one is reputable? I don't know. That's tough. Let's see. Binance has lower fees. Cool. Coinbase Pro doesn't have fees. You just pay transaction fee when you withdraw out. It is not a fee if you do limit buy and sell. Oh. All right. Got to look into that. Let's see. I even have it set up to rebuy crypto every Friday from my bank crypto. Cool. Cool. Coinbase by itself has fees. BlockFi has no fee but has a huge spread from the current price. Not bad if you are buying slowly for long term. Cool. See, everybody's saying different stuff. Kraken's the lowest fees. Binance the lowest fee. Voyager is the lowest. Who's the lowest? I don't know. Right? You just got to do the research. Coinbase has major fees, but Coinbase Pro is better. I got to look at this Coinbase Pro, man. Everybody's saying use Cash App to buy Bitcoin from your checking account. Cool. Loose lips, sinks ships, and pay taxes on crypto. Oh, boy. Taxes still have to catch up. The basis of it is that the U.S. views it as property. So every time you buy and sell, it's taxed the same way as property. Interesting. I like that. Good intel here. Appreciate the value that you guys are giving. Thank you very much. So 80% sure crypto are taxed as collectible with none of the advantages of trading securities. And I think the rate is 28%. Oh, TaxBit software. I'm going to write that down. Appreciate that. Yep, 20% on the profits. You have to track every buy, sell on an exchange. Okay. I was excited to know you were into crypto too. Thank you. Yep. Uphold exchange. Plus they have debit card. Cool. Is there any new laws that are going to affect IBC? Yeah, there's a new law that came out. There is a new law that came out. There's some new Mech laws that recently came out that is going to affect how policies are designed, okay, for 2021. So if you have a policy already in force, this doesn't affect you. If you don't have a policy, you're looking to start a policy, there are some new Mech laws that are coming into effect, and I only watched one video. If you go on IBC Global YouTube channel, Steve Parisi put out a video. It's really good. He breaks down new Mech laws, basically saying that, you know, somebody that has, you know, say they're putting in 100K into a policy and their Mech limit was a certain number. Well, in 2021, somebody puts in 100K, same age and same health and all that, they're actually going to get more Mech space for the same dollars, but without the death benefit also being higher, right? Your Mech limit has a direct correlation to the death benefit. The higher your Mech limit is, the higher your death benefit's going to be. But if you were to compare a 2020 life insurance policy or a 2019 or a 2018 life insurance policy based on the Mech limit, and you compare it to a 2021 policy moving forward, and they're both putting in 100K, the person with the 2021 policy, their Mech limit is most likely going to be higher than someone that got a policy in 2019 putting in the same 100K. What does that mean? That means that this person that gets a policy in 2021 is actually going to be able to put in more money, maybe 150K, maybe 120K, for the same amount of death benefit as a person that started their policy in 2019 or 2018 or whatever the case. So that's something really cool to know. I'll just keep that there right now until I get another question. Denzel, where do you recommend to keep emergency funds? Traditional bank or IBC? So for me personally, look at my numbers. I'm in a really good position. So I store my emergency in IBC. If I'm someone that's in a ton of debt and I have low cash flow, low income, I don't have a grip on my 4 major numbers, I don't understand personal finance, and I'm not a good manager, not a good steward over my money, probably IBC is not the best place to store your emergency fund. Why? There's cost to start the policy, right? This is the cost right here. That split, the 10, the 20, 30, 40%, there's a cost. So I'm already in the hole the day I put money in, right? When I put 70 grand into my policy, I only had 60 to work with. So I'm $10,000 in the hole, right? The second year, I dumped in another 70 grand. I only have 130,000 in cash, right? So I'm still in the hole. I'm still negative the second year. The third year, I'm going to be negative. The fourth year, I'm going to be negative. I'm probably going to break even year 4, year 5, right? In terms of the principal that I put in. You know, if I was someone that was making like $2,000, $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, I'm a single mom and I'm in debt up to my knees, up to my neck, back's against the wall, I'm on my last leg, I'm paycheck to paycheck. This isn't in this ball game for you right now. Why are you getting all hyped up on infinite banking and crypto? Go study Debt Snowball. Go get your money right. Learn how to manage your money. Don't overspend. Get a grip on your 4 major numbers. Pay off some debt. Build your credit. Start a business. 10x your income. Come back to this environment. It's going to benefit you a lot better. Right? That's just how I see it for me personally. For me personally. Denzel, you rock. Thank you, Christina. Appreciate the support. Althea. Hello, Denzel. Hello, hello. Venture Prime. I think your name gets automatically corrected for many. I don't know. Some people are, Denzel. D-E-N-Z-E-L. Everybody, I don't know. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough where I had to address it. You know what I mean? Had to address it. Less than 1% of the world uses crypto. Once we hit about 10%, that will be the end of the dollar. Good analysis there. I would agree with that. And the U.S.'s hold on the world reserve currency, and we can't print dollars anymore to get out of every crisis. Absolutely correct. Joel says, great content. Thank you. This is awesome information. Came in a little late and saw this webinar by accident. How do I access this webinar from the beginning? Hit the green thing. No, hit the red bar and just rewind it. You can rewind it all the way back. So even while I'm live, you can just go back and watch it. I'm actually going to keep this video up on my channel, public. I'm not going to take it down. I'm just going to leave it up raw as it is. And those that, want to gain value from this, hey, you can take it, apply it. So you will be able to watch the replay on my channel. Appetite. Hey, first here. Okay. Transfer of cryptocurrency cost. A little bit, is that what you meant to say? A little bit significantly lower. Currently, it is the mining reward, but when that runs out, at 21 million HTC, miners will need to charge a transfer fee to maintain their SVC. Interesting. We don't know what SVC means, or I certainly don't know what that means. Give us some education, provide some value. Denzel, can I get on your schedule for possible IBC policy design? Currently, at the moment, I am not taking on any new clients. And for the most part, all of my work is through IBC anyways, IBC Global. So I just send everybody to IBC Global because that's where I got my policy designed. And I'm not going to act like I know everything about infinite banking. So I wouldn't want to spend, 30, 45 minutes on a phone call if I can't provide all the information to you, right? If you're an existing client of mine, we're actually working on that together. I will have an agent come in and help me process the application and do all that, so me being partnered with IBC Global, they're producing majority of the content around cash value life insurance to get you educated. They have multiple agents that know more than I do. So they know more than me, so it's going to be more valuable to talk to them than it is to me. Because my specialty is not in infinite banking totally. Even though I talk about it quite a bit, I still don't know everything. So on here, I'm sharing with you what I know. You take the template, go to the agent. Here's what it is. Stephanie, Samantha, Phil, Brandon, Steve, all are great agents at IBC Global. I trust every single one of them. They're very ethical and they give a lot of value. Danielle says, have 4 credit cards, a total of $35,000 of debt. What are you going to do about that? Daniel, you going to do velocity banking, or are you going to debt snowball it out? What's your plan? Thank you, Denzel. We need to connect. I'm all in. Need to turn my life around. Awesome, awesome. Currently, at the moment, not taking on any new clients. You're going to have to give me some time. 2020 was a massive year. Had a lot of people, so I want to maintain my customer service with my pre-existing clients, get them really good results, and then I will be opening my program up later this year. So stay tuned. You'll definitely want to be in the Facebook community that I have. You can click the link below, join the email newsletter so I can keep you updated with different things that I get exposed to, and we go from there. Yep, Dan says you start with velocity banking. Yep. It's 2021, bro. Switch banks. It's not 2009 in crypto. Althea, I tried infinite banking on my own, but I fell off the rails because I used my credit card foolishly. I need to start over from scratch. Watch the content. Take your time. Get educated. Get your 4 major numbers down. You need positive cash flow, so you have more options. You feel more confident. You know what I mean? Does adding term insurance increase the cash value of whole life insurance? I know it increases death benefit. So, correct. Term life insurance is what it is. It just gives you additional death benefit. Doesn't have, it doesn't accelerate your cash value. The only thing that accelerates cash value is PUAs, paid up additions, and your permanent life insurance, which is the premium. Remember, the definition of dividend is a return of premium. So if I have a $7,000 premium or $20,000 premium, a portion of that 20 grand, 7 grand, whatever my premium is coming back to me in the form of a dividend, and it's being put into the cash value. The PUA, paid up additions, is pure cash value, sits in the cash value account and grows. Okay? Appetite says, first time here. Glad you're here. What is IMO? Yep. Oh, in my opinion. Adding term adds mech space, which in turn allows you to push more cash value, which earns more compound interest over time. So I guess indirectly, having term does allow you to allows you to overfund a policy more, add more money to the PUA. So that's pretty helpful. Term insurance does not increase cash value, simply increases the death benefit, allowing for additional overfunding. Correct. If term, okay, IRS limit, PUA, okay, cool. What he said, yep. Mech limit is driven off the death benefit per IRS rules. Term allows you to increase death benefit for a few years until the policy can accommodate higher cash value without term. Yes, wonderful. Eventually the term drops off because term life gets expensive in the later years. It's cheaper in the beginning years. Whole life, expensive in the beginning years, cheaper later on. So we kind of meshed the best of both, the whole life and term, put it together so that you maximize your dollars over time. Wow, 100 years and up is perfect generational wealth. Please share your accounts. I'm new to stocks. Yes, I want to see your account. Yes, I want to see your account. Cool, let's do it. So I think we were referring to, whatchamacallit, my crypto accounts. Let's pull this bad boy up. So on the crypto platform, crypto.com, it's a mobile app only. There's no website. So we go to this middle button here and we go to crypto wallet and you can see what I have. So I got 400 something dollars in Bitcoin right there, 200 something in Ethereum, and then the crypto, right? That's what's in the wallet. But then we come over here to earn. I have most of my money invested with the crypto. Most of it is being invested right now. So you can see we got 20,000 total, right? Let me take this comment off the screen. So you see you got 5 Ethereums, right? Back in August or September, Ethereum was like $300-400. So that's when I was buying it. Now it's $1,600. Not bad. So you can click this button, this plus button, and you can click on Bitcoin, right? And you can pick how much you want to earn when you stake the currency. So if you do a 3-month term, you get a 6.5%, 4.5%, 2%. The rates do vary depending on how much crypto coin or CRO you have staked on the platform. So the more crypto coins you stake, the higher your rates will be. Look at this. This USD coin, this is no joke. So literally, if you're someone that's saving money in a savings account earning less than 1%, you can move those dollars into USD coin on the crypto platform and earn a 12% rate of return. That's not bad. That's not bad, right? So I've got all these different, see, the USD right there, term details, right? So far I earned $1.31 so far, and I've only been in it for 4 days. How long does it take to earn $4 from Bank of America from your savings account? How much money, do the math on that. How much money do you need to have in a savings account where you're earning less than 1% to get $1.30? It'll blow your mind once you find out. It's terrible. So on here, I stake these currencies. Look, so I got 0.000133354 Bitcoin, right? These little terms right here, not bad. Yeah, I'm not putting all my money in this, but you know, I'm putting like right around 4% of my net worth in crypto. It used to be 1%, then I bumped it up to 2, and then I bumped it up to 3, and then now I'm at 4% in 2021. So that's the crypto. But now this is the ledger, which was that wallet I was telling you about. And then this is how much cryptocurrency I have offline. So I got 3 Ethereums offline, roughly 1,600 of Bitcoin off the exchange. So it's not earning anything, but it's like just being saved. So I got a portion of my cryptocurrencies in a cold storage wallet, and then we got the rest on the platform there, and then on Coinbase. On Coinbase, you can do all these little, watch these videos and you earn free crypto. So I pretty much watched all of them, and these are all the coins I started buying. I don't know what I'm doing with none of those, but I'm just like, what the hell? Who knows? Who knows what it'll be? Bitcoin right now is 37,000. It was recently at 40. It was down to like 30. So I buy it when it's down. I buy it when it's up. I buy it when it's down. I don't care. I'm not worried about trying to make money in it. I'm just trying to own it. Own it. That's the intent. That is the intento. Okay? So those are my 2 accounts. That's it with the crypto. The first 100 years are the hardest for building generational wealth. I totally agree with you, especially if it's new money, right? If you are a first generation, and you're the only one in your household to start a business and actually make money. So yes, that's like the hardest type of money. It's a little bit easier if you inherit the money. A little bit easier to just keep perpetuating it. But when it's just you in the beginning, oh yeah, a little bit tough. Somebody said hi. Anna, can you recommend reputable financial planners since you are not taking on new clients? Shoot, you know what? I guess it depends on what you want, Anna. That's important. So I think I can help everybody when it comes to finding a financial planner, right? This is how I did it for myself. And this depends on your budget, right? So Anna, this is for you. So if you're still listening, hope you get value from this. And for everybody else, here are the options that exist when looking for financial support, right? We'll just call it financial support right now. There's different versions, right? So you guys have the option between a financial coach, okay? A financial coach, a financial consultant, and yes, they are 2 very different things, okay? Financial consultant, then you got financial advisor, okay? A financial coach is somebody that is going to provide you with a template, preferably, that's what I would want in a coach, is a template. I'm going to get some motivation, right? A lot of it is mental, right? It's in the head, right? A financial coach will go deep. They'll unravel the layers of their client, right? So a financial coach will ask you questions like, where's your family from? What culture do you come from? What values do you hold? What do you believe in around money? What is your relationship around money? And that is extremely helpful, because when you discover and find out what were your early interactions with money. What were the first conversations you had around money? Were they negative? Were they positive? When you were at the dinner table at 6 years old, was mom and dad fighting about money? Or were they negotiating about money? Were they talking about deals? Were they talking about investments? Were they talking about entrepreneurship and business? Or were they just at each other's throats when it came to money? Whenever money came up, did they say there never was enough, right? Or was there an abundance amount of money? Did you grow up in a family where your mom and dad were cheap around money because they didn't have enough? Or were they effective with money because they had a mission, they had a vision? So that's financial coaching. Anna, if you're looking for that, if you're like Denzel, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. My life is in shambles. I'm facing divorce. My husband died. My wife died. I had a death in the family. 4 people died in my family because of COVID. 2 of them were breadwinners. They were providers. And now it's up to me and my sister to figure it out. I need coaching. You don't need a financial advisor. You need coaching. They're going to provide you with the template, the motivation. They, extract the mental blocks around your relationship with money. And then they give you tools, right? And resources. That'll be spreadsheets. That'll be like a daily financial planner. That'll be a meditation and affirmation around money. Things that you say, positivity. They're going to give you a template on how to operate your life around money. That's coaching. A financial consultant, that's me. This is the type of person that is not going to do too much of this. They are simply going to ask you questions about your numbers. They're going to ask you what your goals are. They're going to ask you, what do you want to learn? Right? And then they're going to provide an actual written out strategy on whether it's investing, how to get out of debt, financial management, like they look at your numbers and they say, okay, pay this off, put your money here, move your money here, do this, chunk here, wait here, do this, wait patiently, have your emergency fund, blah, 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 blah. Look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. They're more like just right to the point, the strategy. So Anna, if you're like, listen, Denzel, I'm not in shambles. Even if I was, I have the mindset already. I may not be doing the best, but I have the mindset down. I'm not a clown with my money. I'm very disciplined with my money. So I don't really need like coaching. I just need to be told what to do with my money so I can be more effective with it. That's financial consulting. And then you have financial advisor. If you're someone that's just looking for strategy with the current numbers that you operate in based on your job or your business, and you're past the meditation, the motivation, you got all that, the affirmation, the daily rituals and the process, you're pretty good with that. You need a financial consultant who can just tweak little here, change that, get rid of that, move that. Nope, you're spending too much money over there. Get rid of that. Boom, boom, boom. That's financial consulting. And typically, these people will work like by the hour, or it'll be like a package. Same with financial coaching. These people typically work by the hour, or it's a package where they say, 3 coaching sessions, 6 coaching sessions for 6 months, for 1 year. And maybe they have a course attached to the one-on-one, and maybe they have a community, and that's how these two kind of float. So they're very similar in what they provide and how they charge, but very different in how they approach money. The financial consultant is not trying to motivate and inspire change. They're just providing you with strategy. Boom. Financial coaching, they could provide strategy if they understand that element. So you might find someone that's kind of like a bit of both, right? And that's just kind of up to you, how you decide who you want to pick. A financial advisor gives advice. They're the only ones that are legally able to give advice. The financial coach and the financial consultant provides guidance. They provide general information, and then they cater it to their demographic, whoever their niche is. But they're never giving advice. So they always have disclaimers. Hey, this is not investment advice. You know, if you lose money, it's not on me, right? That's how they operate here. Financial advisor is legally able to give advice, and these guys are more prone to being sued if an investment doesn't go right. Typically, they work for a company, right? So a financial advisor typically is with a big corporation, typically, or they're independent and they have their own team or whatever. And these are the type of people where they look at your numbers, they ask you what your goals are and what do you want to invest in, right? The advice typically is a growth, right? To then liquidate, right? So it's like they provide an accumulation plan and then a liquidation plan. That's typically how financial advisors operate. They're more so about protection, growth, compound interest, making sure you're saving money. They may not know strategies on like paying off debt and all this stuff. What they do is they split your money up into categories, right? So typically a financial advisor will coach you like, all right, 10% invest, 10% save, 10% tax, right? Like they just kind of break your money up, for you. And they let you know this is how much money, if you put $50 in a Roth IRA for the next 30 years, you'll have $5 million. Like, they'll just provide a whole whatever strategy. So I hope that was helpful for those that are like, how do I actually go about seeking financial support? Who should I talk to? And so this would be the template as to what to expect when somebody says, I'm a financial coach, or I'm a financial consultant, or I'm a financial advisor, right? And make sure that if you're looking for a financial advisor, that they have licenses, because they might just be a financial consultant. And make sure if you're looking for a financial consultant that they're not selling you a product, right? Such as like a Roth IRA, like on the back end, they have like a Roth here, buy this 401k and I'm gonna get another commission on top of what I just charged you for freaking consultation. Ethically speaking, if you're a financial advisor, typically they don't charge a consultation fee. Usually that's free, because on the back end, they're providing a product where you give your money to the advisor. The financial advisor is the only one on this table that is legally able to accept funds, and they go put your funds to work. You're hiring that person to go work for you, to go make money for you while you keep doing your work, right? That's what a financial advisor a wealth manager, a hedge fund. You know, that's what those guys are for. They're like, here's $1 million, right? So I'm a client, like, here, financial advisor, here's $1 million. Go make a ton of money with it. I just want it to, you know, grow at a steady rate. I'm a moderate investor. I'm not too aggressive, not too conservative, right in the middle. Keep me in the index funds, the low-cost index funds. Please keep me away from mutual funds. I don't like the fees, blah, blah, blah. You know, you work it all out. That's what they're good for. And you pay them a fee, and they go quadruple your money or whatever the plan is. Typically, they do not charge a consultation fee because they're making money on the product that they pitch you. That's the commission. A financial consultant typically does not have a product to sell on the back end. Not always, right? Usually, a financial consultant has a partnership maybe with a financial advisor or firm or something like that, and they just don't have their license. You might come across those people where they just consult. They get you numbers and the goals and what do you want to learn, what strategy you want to implement. Oh, okay. And this financial consultant is going to give their point of view on what they've done. So me personally, when I take on clients, this is all I'm doing, is I'm simply showing them what I've been doing for the past 5 years since I embarked in my financial journey. I say, look, I have a cash value policy. I have a credit card. I have debt that pays me money. I build business credit. I build personal credit. I buy cryptocurrency. I'm just showing. That's all I'm doing. And then when I show, and then they give me their numbers, and then I step in their shoes and I say, well, this is what I would do if I was in your shoes and I had this going on. But I don't tell them what to do. I walk with them and I make them feel like they came up with the plan. I just extracted it out of them. That's what a consultant does. They put it back on the person to come up with the plan, but they're walking them through the process. Okay, well, if you went this way, Mr. George, if you went this way, Susan, if you went this way, Joe, here's what the possibilities will be. If you don't do it, here are what the possibilities could be, right? So the financial consultant isn't really selling you or pushing you into getting a product. Typically, they're just showing you what they've done. And then if the customer is interested, be like, you know what? Yeah, I want a cash value policy. And then they kind of refer out. Same with the financial coach. The product is them. The consultant, the product is them. Their time, their efforts, looking at your numbers and that such. Financial advisor, they already have a product. So they spend less time on the coaching and consulting, more so understanding the product that they're providing. Does that make sense? Hope that was really helpful and in depth for you guys. Let's see. Doctor said, and I can help you out. Okay. Financial planners generally don't deal with life insurance. If you want a policy, you need a life insurance agent. That's also true. I've seen that. Great stuff. Wish I heard of this concept earlier in life. Starting a podcast very soon, talking through the IBC process. Awesome. I'm 40. Wish I knew this when I was 20. Same here. Timbo says, same here. I can relate. Just remember that it's better late than never. That's very true. 40 is still early. Very true. I'm 39, turning 40 in a few months as well, and feel the same way. Awesome. Started my policy this year. I've already taken 2 loans, pay off high interest credit cards. Should have the mortgage paid off in 3 years. Nice. It's never too late. Remember, you can always create policies on family members, but remain in control of the funds. Awesome. 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 Correct. My wife will get her policy next and start a new one. Okay. 20% interest on cards versus 5% on the policy loan. It's a no-brainer. A no-brainer. After a few years, I will have 30 to 40K in my policy when all my debt paid off. I have my 10K policy set up to receive 10K a year. Did you get all of the death benefit from that the insurance company would give to you? That's where I would max out before moving to the kids. Cool. Okay, dumping all my side hustle money into the policy. Nice. Technically, I will ask. Okay. Okay. James says he loves it. Cool. Do you intend to pay back the loans or continue borrowing year over year to feed the system? Correct. I'm going to borrow year over year, Jeffrey. Year over year, I keep borrowing from the policy with no intention to pay back the loans till much later. Just like a banker. Yep. 4.8 million death benefit. Is that from Guardian and Mass Mutual put together? Yes. I need to ask where they are. Okay. Why do you have two separate policies? Well, the first policy I got when I was making roughly $2,000 to $3,000 a month. I 10x'd my income, made more money, started the second policy, and here we are. You know. So when I 10x again, when I add another zero, I have to open up another policy, right? We never talked about money growing up. I hope to change that with my kids. Yep. Okay, we handled that question earlier. USAA and BBVA invested in Coinbase. Banks have invested small money in exchanges because they know the future. Yep, totally agree. Bank of America definitely has more cash value than crypto, and that will probably continue for a long time. Agreed. Okay. Term insurance. Okay. Yep. Went over that. Love to see if there's a way to use the crypto card for Velocity Banking. Sure there is. I mean, I'm doing it right now. So essentially, the crypto card, once I borrow out of my policy, the money I was going to put into crypto, and then I put it in here and I use it to pay certain bills. What I like is that you can, I'll connect my screen again. I'll show you guys. Are you guys liking this? I mean, I just realized, I'm looking at the clock. We are like 2 hours and 30 minutes in. You guys are still here. I love it. I appreciate, I think we had over 150 plus, 160 plus people in the house at one point. That's amazing. That's amazing. So let me see if I can figure this out. So you go to rewards. No. We go to card. All right, so this is the card thing. Come here. Full card details. So this is what I like a lot is I get 100% return on Spotify and Netflix. So I'm running my Spotify and Netflix expense through, or anybody, listening that would, want to do this. You take certain expenses and you just run it through here and they give you certain, cash back, which is really cool. And there's no charge or anything, and it's fun. I like it a lot. But I was trying to show you guys. Hold on. Trying to show you guys. And I'm still learning how to use this freaking thing. Fiat wallet. There's a place to go if I want to purchase a gift card. There we go. So we go here, gift cards. You go to shop now. What I like about this is I will buy gift cards to the places that I typically shop at, right? And I get 10% cash back or crypto, right? It's really crypto back to my account on all these different things. So whenever I go to CVS, that's the spot I usually go to. I just buy my gift cards through there. Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, look at this. I'm sure you can all find a store that you typically go at and you get a huge, says up to 10% cash back, right? Not bad at all. And these are the gift cards I have. Uber Eats, CVS, Papa John's so far, right? And I'll be adding more along the way. Along the way. Not bad. Let's see. We still got 150 55 people. Love it, love it, love it, love it. We got 90 likes. That's so cool. I appreciate all the likes. Where'd I leave off? Right there is where I left off. Jeffrey. Gemini is the platform that something something. Okay, cool. Embedded Facebook. Awesome. Exodus is user-friendly. Okay, thank you. My policy was underwritten very fast. I didn't have to take blood work. Just answer a few questions. It's not that easy for everyone, though. Correct. I would agree. Do not lose your crypto on exchanges. Not your keys, not your crypto. Got it. Got it. I think somebody made an account under my name, because that's not me commenting. I think I've been having a problem. Yep. Look at this, guys. All right. I need support. I need someone to email me and help me out because I got an issue. Somebody either has access to my YouTube account and they're commenting, right? So that means I've been what? Probably hacked, right? So either I've been hacked or somebody has an account with the same name as mine and they're using the same photo as mine. Maybe that's an option, because that is not me commenting, guys, right now. This WhatsApp thing. And then it says, link up with Evan Jordan. He will help you make good profit in cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. His work is top notch. Who is that? I don't know. So I could very well be being hacked at the moment, guys. I would really appreciate some support here. Now, here's the tough part. If you report the account, am I going to get reported, right? And then now I'm under, right? Is that gonna harm my YouTube channel? That would really suck, right? You know, if I got taken down. But I noticed I'm like looking through my YouTube channel and I'm seeing comments that it's not coming from me. So I'm like, what on earth is going on? So I would love support from you guys. Help me out if you can, right? For the 103 people, 104 people that are here. Would love your support. If you could send me an email on ways that I can increase the security of my Google account for my YouTube channel. Maybe I can do something to provide an extra layer. I don't know, but somebody is commenting under my account, and that really sucks. And you know what really sucks? It started happening the moment I started talking about crypto. And remember how I was telling you earlier how, you know, you can get hacked and all this stuff, and you know, I'm probably very prone to getting hacked and probably don't even know it. I'm over here being vulnerable, showing you my numbers and showing you my accounts and whatnot, and somebody's like, man, look at this dumb Puerto Rican looking, whatever the hell he is, just dumb, showing people his money and whatnot. I'ma hack him. That could very well happen. So let me be an example. If you're someone trying to start a YouTube channel, you may not want to be so revealing to everything that you share. Now, me personally, I'm a king. I have a king that I report to. He's the author, creator, almighty being, all-knowing, that has my back. And what I'll do is I'll make bold claims where God the Father has to make a response. So if I say, Lord, your child is potentially being under attack at this very moment. So according to your constitution, it says that you will not forsake me. I am a kingdom citizen. I represent the kingdom here on planet Earth. I am born again in the spirit. I'm following your word. I'm a loyal citizen. I surrendered my will for your will. Okay. And based on your word, It says you will protect me. Now, if I need to go into the law and extract the exact scripture, quote, and word, and everything that I got to do, I will go ahead and do that. But I'm allowing the Holy Spirit to speak on my behalf, who's my lawyer anyways, and Jesus as my witness to you, Lord, God the Father, to cast judgment on my enemies or people that wish to do harm to me. And I'm putting you on the spot, Lord, because if your word is true, you have to respond. If the Bible is true, if my faith in you is true, if your faith in what you say in your constitution and law is true, you have to respond because your reputation is on the line. So for those of you, this is a good practice. If you're a kingdom citizen, you're under fire, right? You're trying to build your money, you're trying to get your finances in order, and somebody's attacking you, right? What do? How do you respond is everything. And you have to be confident that the Lord will protect you in all circumstances. And that's my 2 cents. And that's it. So any comment from me moving forward is not from me. I'm going to scroll through this thing and see what else is going on. Let's see. Let's see. Forgive me, I'm skipping a lot of stuff just because I'm seeing it multiple times. This is a good question right here. Do any of the platforms offer a line of credit so you don't have to wait to get funds in to purchase? Not that I know of. I've seen loans being offered, but not lines of credits. Haven't seen that yet. Okay, haven't seen that yet. Don't know about it enough. Visa already involved. Yep. Has a Binance account, but the 2-factor authentication app was on my old phone. Okay. BitPay credit card. Okay. Big game changer. Yep. This year, be able to make purchases on PayPal. That's another thing. Yep. PayPal's getting involved, and Square. So that's huge. Carolina Panthers offensive tackle Russell apparently got paid $6.5 million salary in Bitcoin. God dang, that man's going to be so rich. This one's going to take a while to explain, LOL. Tone bad, he is the best. Yep, see? I don't know what else going on in these comments. Interesting. You are amazing with great insights. I bow to the kingdom. Love it. Worked with Phil at IBC Global. He served me well. Yep, love Phil. Appreciate all you do for kingdom citizens, Denzel. Yep. Do you recommend starting infinite banking with a smaller policy before going full force with the strategy? Hey, that's a good idea. I mean, yeah, that's what I did. I started with the smaller one for 15K. Before that, I had an even smaller one. I was just paying in $6,000 a year. How are you satisfied with less than 10% inside a policy? Less than 10%. Well, according to my numbers and what I'm currently doing with the concept, at this point, as a 25-year-old individual, putting in $85,000 a year into cash value life insurance, I think that's pretty significant. I think that's a pretty significant amount of money. So I'm not going to complain about percentages. I rather do what I feel comfortable doing. And I love to be cash heavy and cash liquid, because when the right opportunity strikes, because I invested in myself, I'm going to do a lot better than what any policy could do for me, what any crypto could do for me, gold, silver, any stock. There's nothing that could benefit me more than investing in myself. So that's why I'm satisfied with the amount of money that I'm putting in insurance. Okay? Is it of value to convert the term policy or just let it expire? In most cases, I usually, with my clients that are typically over the age of 50, usually I don't like to get rid of the term. Sometimes I'll just let it expire and die out because it's the cheapest form of insurance. So let's say you guys, let's say somebody has a $500,000, term, and I don't know, maybe you're only paying $50 a month for it. That's only $600 a year. If you convert that to a term, to a whole life or an IUL, the policy, the payments are going to be higher, much higher, right? So I might want to just keep that in place and just start a new policy when I have the cash flow to support that and just hold on to the term. I see nothing wrong with just, in many cases, just holding on to the term. James says, good stuff. Good content as usual. Yes, I'm listening and thank you. Awesome. Denzel, what are we doing in Clubhouse? I'm waiting approval. So when it comes to Clubhouse, you have to know someone that's on Clubhouse and they have to be in your contacts, right? So, and I'm gonna, share my screen again here. So this is what the Clubhouse app looks like. It's that guy with the fro, and I don't know what he's holding in his hand, but you guys download Clubhouse, and you have to get invited. So I can only invite people that are on my contact list on my cell phone. So you'd have to have my cell phone number, and I'm not too keen on giving out my cell phone number. I don't even give my cell phone number to my clients. I like to have that personal privacy just for that, because I'm pretty public overall. So I like to have, just a certain amount of privacy. But you get these invites or whatever. And so if you applied to be on Clubhouse, right? And if I have you in my contacts, this is where you'd show up when you get approved. So, it's something that, just so we're clear, Stevie, that this has got nothing to do with me. I don't own that app or anything. I don't have any shares or profits or nothing. I'm just a user on that platform. Anna says, I'm disciplined, so need a consultant. Yeah, so now that we laid out the template, you can go out and, kind of search around and look for that. Hey, Denzel, it's me again, Ella. Would you suggest starting an IBC policy with low premiums and a high Mech limit so when my income increases, I'm able to dump more money in? What do you think? So the only way to have a higher Mech limit, James, is by having a higher premium. So, for example, James, let's say, I don't know why, I'm like pretty hyped tonight. I'm like not tired whatsoever. But I know I gotta cut it out soon. I'm probably gonna cut it here at midnight. I'm going insane. People are gonna watch the replay and they're gonna see, oh my God, it's a 3-hour video. Oh my God. I can't sit here and watch that. So, James, let's say you have $10,000 a year to dump into a policy. Easy peasy, right? No issue. But you want the ability to put in $20,000 a year. We would have to set your base premium at least $2,000. At least. Generally speaking, it might be a little less, might be a little more. It depends on your age, health, and finances. Those are the 3 main rules when you're going through underwriting. Okay? So in order to have a higher Mech, you need more base to give yourself the room and space so that you don't create a Mech to be able to add in more funds. Okay? That's a kind of like a quick answer. Hope so. I'm a late starter, but paid off all my debts. Anna, if you're completely debt-free, that's awesome. Let me know. You just said, I'm a late starter, but paid off all my debts. So maybe you're at the stage, Anna, in some cases, you may not need a a financial coach or a consultant or an advisor. You might just be looking for a certain product, right? And so if you're just looking for a certain product, you want to ask yourself, do I want to obtain that product myself, or do I want to hire someone to do the investing for me? Do I want to invest in real estate myself? If so, I should find an expert or a specialist or somebody that understands the real estate market. So I may not need a financial coach. Maybe what I need is somebody that specializes in a certain skill set, such as stock market investing, cryptocurrency, gold and silver, life insurance, cash value life insurance, real estate, venture capital, hard money lending, business credit, personal credit, right? So if you're completely debt-free, Anna, you might want to ask yourself, do I need a consultant, or do I need someone that is teaching a particular skill that I want to obtain in my finances, and I just want to do that, right? And so that might save you a ton of money hiring some financial consultant to tell you what you already knew. You're just looking for somebody that has the experience in that particular field. And those people sometimes don't identify as financial consultants or coaches. They'll position themselves as a guru in real estate, or an influencer, or a specialist, or a real estate coach, or a stock market investor, right? And so you might want to find someone like that. But I'm not sure if that deviates from it or brings value, but hopefully it does. Yeah, doctor said, good job, Anna, good job. My thoughts are that you plan for your current situation to be as efficient as possible. Then with the rest of your death benefit, you get a convertible term for your future expansion. Yep. My debt, $10,000. I'm ready for IBC. I doubt if we'll do correctly in the leverage process. Is there someone who can help me? Yep, if you click the link under Cash Value Life Insurance, IBC Global, check them out, mention my name. I'd be more than happy to serve you. Look at some of the early Denzel vids on Velocity Banking to get Velocity Banking. Lisa, hey, I'm 53 and I've been in the game for 3 years. It's never too late. You are, you are absolutely right. What are the main differences between Mass Mutual and Guardian? Take a look at IBC Global. Adventure Prime already did it for me. Take a look at IBC Global. They're going to break it down for you. They're so good at that. How do you get a crypto card? Never seen this. Crypto.com. Coinbase is coming out with one, and other platforms as well, so you can check that out. I'm here for these 3-hour videos, man. Let's go. Awesome. David Thomas says, change your password. Okay, will do. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Amen, bro. He will avenge for you. Correct. So I'm not going to seek revenge or vengeance. I'm going to leave that in the hands of the Lord. I'm going to leave it to my miracle worker, promise keeper, way maker, light in the darkness. That is who you are. Oh, yeah. Report it for commercial spam. Hopefully that helps. Yes, but the problem is I think it's my account. So if I report myself, what happens to my YouTube channel? Will it be taken down? We don't want that. So I have to like do what David said, which was, I'm going to change my password, and then I'm going to use the 2-factor authentication. Change your password frequently. Will do. Thanks for the help. Amen. Timbo says, come on now. That was so well said, Denzel. To God be the glory. Thank you. It would be wonderful if you can chop this part of this video and make it its own. I like the way you address this situation with God. I certainly will. I'm going to send it to my editor. And hopefully that provides some inspiration for those that are under attack, under spiritual warfare, I agree with your suggestion for Denzel as well. That should be its own series consisting of kingdom living. Nice. If it's from you, it should have a dark bubble around your name. Ah. So let's go back up. Yeah, no, I promise you, it wasn't from me. Those 2 comments. I was like, what the hell? They jacked me. They jacked me. So, all right. I'm not seeing any more comments. Look at that. I got to the end. I beat you. So I saw the comments coming in. I mean, I did, skip over a few, but they were repetitive. This was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. All the links, resources, access to information, everything that I spoke about, you can check that out in the description below. You can jump on my email newsletter. Let's stay in touch with each other. I'm going to send you information. I'm not going to sell you anything because I'm not selling anything at the moment. So I'm just giving value at this point, spreading that goodness, spreading that kingdom living, that kingdom language, that kingdom authority. Hopefully that inspires you. I wanted to share a win. I used something called Kajabi, and I reached over $250,000 in revenue on that platform. So they sent me this pin for $250K, and I got all the other ones as well. I got the 10K pin, I got the 100K pin, and then I got the 50K pin, right? So I got all these different pins that they gave to me. Got these little pins here, and it's pretty cool. Really cool app. So shout out to Kajabi. That's basically where I hold my courses and my video content for my clients so that they can keep learning and I can keep providing value to them. And so that's a great platform. If you're a business owner and you're looking to create a course for your service, Kajabi is nice. Real good. So that is it. Let's see. This has been a good night. Hope everyone learned something. Terry, great. Thanks again, Denzel. Peace. All right. Y'all have a good one. God bless you. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. I will be doing this frequently throughout the year, so just stay tuned. Get on my email newsletter so I can inform you in advance when I'm going to be going live, the topic I will be covering, so I can continue to serve you. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and talk soon.